Hi guys, this is Praful Kumar. Welcome to our YouTube channel. Stay tuned for the further videos and let's start the video. Let's start the basics of physics. In basics of physics, we mainly deal with 6 chapters. First is vector, second is basic of differentiation, third is basic of integration, fourth is graphs related to conic section, fifth is unit and dimension, sixth is basic trigonometry. So let's start with vector. So vector is a measurement of quantity that has both size and magnitude. See, this is the vector. The length of the vector is known as magnitude of the vector and the direction is the arrow in which it's pointing. Means if you want to go from 0, 0 to some 6, 2, then this initial point and this final point, the distance between the shortest distance between them is known as magnitude, and the vector which is connecting them, you are going from here to here, this is your displacement vector. So vector has both magnitude and direction. Next topic is sum of vectors. If you want to add two vectors, suppose you want to add two vectors named as a vector and b vector, you simply have to draw a vector and b vector. In this you are given with a vector is this vector and b vector is this vector, so you simply have to draw a vector and b vector. Then you have to connect initial point to final point. A vector pointing from initial point to final point is resultant vector for a vector plus b vector. So resultant of a vector plus b vector will be from initial point of a vector to the final point of b vector and pointing towards b vector, pointing toward final position. So this is known as sum of vectors. Next, if you multiply a vector by some scalar, that is 2a or 3b or 5b or 7b, then its magnitude get multiplied by k, or that 2 3, and its direction will remain same. If you want to find the sum for 2a vector plus 3b vector, then you just have to multiply you just have to increase the length to what extent it is given. Means see, this is the length for a vector, then you have to make a vector with 2a length and you have to make a vector with 3b length, so 3b length. So 2a vector plus 3b vector will be from the initial point of 2a vector to the final point of 3b vector. This vector is 2a vector plus 3b vector. So resultant vector will be 2a vector plus 3b vector. In next, you have to find a vector minus b vector, which you can write as a vector plus minus of b vector. So what's it? A vector plus b vector with minus 1 means direction has been reversed. Magnitude is same but direction has been reversed. So a vector b vector is like this, so minus b vector will be like this. From initial point to final point you are connecting, so the resultant vector is like this. Always the resultant vector will be from initial point to the final point. You just see in this example, initial point is this, final point is this, because we are adding a vector plus minus b vector. So a vector plus minus b vector, so initial point is this, final point is this. In this question, initial point is this, final point is this, so vector is like this. So in this one, initial point is this, final point is this, so final vector or resultant vector is like this one. Let's take an example. See, this is a vector given and this is b vector given. So you have to find a vector plus b vector and b vector plus a vector. So for this one, a vector is like this, b vector is like this. So a vector plus b vector will be like this. B vector is like this one, a vector is like this one, so resultant vector will be like this one. This is r vector. This is b vector, a vector, a vector, b vector. Because we are connecting initial point to final point. In this question, initial point is by a b vector, and in this question, initial point is by a vector, final point is by b vector, final point is by a vector. So resultant vector will be like this. In both the questions, you can see that magnitude and direction of the resultant vector will like this. So this property of vector is known as commutative property. This is known as commutative property of vector, in which you can do a vector plus b vector or b vector plus a vector, both will be same, but not in case of subtraction. Let's see. For a vector minus b vector, a vector is like this one, b vector is like this is a vector, b vector is like this. From previous example, b vector is like this, but minus b vector like this. So this is b vector minus b vector. So this is resultant. This is resultant of a vector minus b vector, and this is the resultant for this is minus a vector, and this is b vector, and this is resultant. So this is b vector plus minus a vector. So this is the resultant vector for b vector minus a vector, and this is the resultant for a vector minus b vector. You can see the direction has been changed. So subtraction of vector never follows the rule of commutativeness. They are never be commutative to each other. Means a vector minus b vector is not equals to b vector minus a vector, but a vector plus b vector is equals to b vector plus a vector. So coming to the sum of three vectors, that is, we are adding a vector plus b vector plus c vector, and these are the vectors given. A vector is like this, b vector is like this, c vector is like this. So a vector is like this, b vector is like this, c vector is like this. So this is the resultant vector which is connecting initial point to final point. This is r is equals to a plus b plus c. Now if you change r vector is equals to a vector plus b vector minus c vector, then what will be? A vector will be like this, b vector will be like this, but the direction of c vector will change. So direction of c vector will becomes reversed, and final resultant vector will be from initial point to the final point. So this is the resultant vector for a vector plus b vector minus c vector. By the same way, you can add infinite number of vectors. Similarly, you can join the initial point to the final point and you will get the final resultant vector. Next, coming to the parallelogram rule. If you want to add two vectors which have same origin, a vector and b vector, then you have to use parallelogram rule, which says you have to draw two vectors which are parallel to the given vectors. One vector, this is parallel to a vector, and this is parallel to b vector. So the resultant vector will be from the initial point to the final point. This is known as resultant vector. According to this rule, if you want to add two vectors which have same initial point, then you just have to draw two virtual vectors which are parallel to a vector and b vector. Then the line connecting to initial point to the final point will be equals to the resultant vector. So by this rule we can calculate the resultant for the vectors which have same origin. Similarly, you can see for this question the origin is this. You have to add a vector and b vector, then you have to draw a vector which is parallel to a vector, and you have to draw a vector which is parallel to b vector, and the resultant vector will be from origin to the final position. It's same, but you can see the direction can change with the vectors. That's what I want to show. Since this point we have covered sum of vectors and subtraction of vector. Now we are coming to products of vectors. These are of two types. First is dot product or scalar product, which means if you multiply two vectors by dot product, then you will get a scalar result, so it's known as scalar product. And the formula for a vector dot b vector dot, this is dot product, a vector dot b vector is equals to mod a mod b sine theta. Sine theta, here theta is the angle between a vector and b vector. See in this question, this is a vector and this is b vector, so the dot product will be mod of this vector, means magnitude of this vector, magnitude of this vector into sine theta. Theta sine of angle between both the vectors. The second one is cross product or vector product. A vector cross b vector is equals to mod of a vector mod of b vector into cos theta. Theta is the angle between a vector and b vector. To find the angle between vector, if the two vectors are given, we use this formula. Cos theta will be a vector cross b vector upon mod of a vector mod of b vector, and as you know, this will come a vector. Cross product is a vector, so the resultant will be a vector, and the direction of this resultant vector will be a vector cross b vector. So it is always perpendicular to both the vectors. To find the direction of the normal vector, you just put your fingers in the direction of initial vector and of your right hand and rotate it in the direction of final vector. Then your thumb will give the direction of normal vector or the vector a cross b. To find cross product of two vectors, you must have to know this thing, ijk. This is a1 is the coefficient of I cap, a2 is coefficient of j cap of a vector, and for k cap it's 0. So this is the determinant. How you can solve, I will show it for you. See, this I cap into a2 into 0 is 0 minus a2 into 0 minus b2 into 0. Then you have to take minus j. This is plus, this is minus, this is plus, j minus j. For j vector, you just remove this row and this row. a1 into 0 minus b1, a1 into 0, 0 into b1 plus k cap into, you have to remove this row and this column. So a1 b2 minus b2 a1 b2 minus b1 a2. So this is the a vector cross b vector. So let's start with this example. A vector is 3 I cap plus 2 j cap plus 6 k cap, and b vector is equals to 2 I cap plus 4 j cap plus k cap. So for finding dot cross product, what you have to do, you have to write I cap, j cap, k cap, and in this a vector, I cap has coefficient 3, j cap has 2, and k cap has 6. B vector I cap has 2, 4 and 1. So dot product will be I cap into, you just have to remove these, 2 minus 6 4 ja 24 minus j, because this is plus, this is minus, and this is plus, so minus j. You have to remove this column and this row. 3 minus 6 to ja 12 plus k cap into 12, 3 4 ja 12 minus 4. So this is minus 22 I cap minus plus this is 9 j cap plus 8 k cap. So by this way you can find the cross product. This is a vector cross b vector. So to find a vector cross b vector, you have to form a determinant like this. Then you have to solve this determinant, and determinant you will study in class 11th in maths. So you simply have to write like this. These are for further details, but if you have to find a cross b, then you have to write like this, and then you have to go through the way I told you. And if you want to find mod of a vector, then it will be equals to root under coefficient of I square plus coefficient of j square plus coefficient of k square, that is 3 square plus 2 square plus 6 square, that is root under 9 plus 4 plus 36, that is root 49, that is 7. So magnitude of a vector is 7. Magnitude of b vector is equal to 2 square plus 4 square plus 1 square. So magnitude of b vector is 2 root 5. So in this way you can find magnitude. In this way you can find a cross b. Now we just find a dot b. A vector dot b vector is equal to, in dot product you simply have to multiply the coefficient of I cap to the coefficient of I cap, coefficient of j cap to coefficient of j cap, and coefficient of k cap to coefficient of k cap, that is 3 into 2 6, 2 into 4 8, 6 into 1 6. This is 6 6 are 12 and 8 20. So a vector dot b vector, that is dot product of a vector and b vector, is 20. So mainly in this chapter we deal with what is vector, then we did sum of two vectors, then we gone through the parallelogram, and then dot product and cross product. Then we know how to find the magnitude of a vector, that is mod a vector and mod b vector, or any vector. Thank you guys, that's it from this video. Hope you are enjoying the physics. Let me know in comment section. Bye bye.